Pablo Neruda, the poet from Chile, saw a world full of trouble, wars, fights, and always being busy. He thought that always rushing around makes us suffer and pulls us away from each other and the earth. In his poem Keeping Quiet, Neruda asks us to stop just for a little bit and really be still. He tells us to count to 12. This means a short, shared break in our busy lives. During this time, he wants us to be quiet, to stop moving, and to put away all the words and actions that separate us. He's not asking us to be lazy or to die, but to have a living, aware pause, a chance to think and feel connected again. Neruda imagines a world where, for a few seconds, no engines are running, no arguments start, and no one gets hurt. In this rare quiet, we might find a way to feel together and like we belong. The poet's message is simple: when we are still, we can see ourselves and each other more clearly. It's a chance to break free from old habits and routines, to think about what our actions do. This quiet moment is like a reset, a chance to make our connection better with ourselves, others, and the planet. Neruda's idea is a gentle but important request for a more thoughtful, connected way to live. He believes that even a short break can start a big change. In quietness, we find the space to truly live. Keeping quiet is all about how silence can change things for the better. We're always surrounded by noise, so we rarely stop to listen, to ourselves or to others. Neruda thinks that if everyone was quiet for a moment, it could help us get along and find peace. When it's quiet, we can finally hear our own thoughts and see the pain we cause ourselves and others. The poem paints clear pictures: fishermen stopping and noticing their sore hands, people who cause wars stopping to walk together in peace. This shared quiet isn't empty, but a place to think deeply and heal. Neruda pictures a world where, for a moment, all fighting stops and we see our enemies as just other people. Doing nothing becomes a strong way to make up. He makes it clear this isn't death, but a new start, a chance to get back in tune with life's real rhythm. Like winter turning into spring, quiet can lead to new beginnings. The poem tells us to stop the cycle of doing things without thinking and being afraid. When we think quietly, we remember that we are all human, and that peace is possible. Stillness, Neruda teaches, is the first step to understanding and change. Neruda's message is strong because of how well he writes poetry. He repeats things, counting to 12, keeping still, to help us focus and create a calm rhythm. Clear pictures make his ideas real: fishermen stopping, people gathering salt, looking at their hurt hands, the earth as a quiet teacher. He gives the earth wisdom, showing us that nature's cycles have lessons for people. Symbols are everywhere: 12 for a cycle of time, clean clothes for a fresh start, still arms for stopping violence. These tools make the poem's call for peace and thinking about ourselves easy to understand and remember. Neruda's words are simple, but they have many layers of meaning. Every picture and symbol helps us understand his request for being together and knowing ourselves better. The poem's own structure is like the quiet it talks about: calm, steady, and careful. With these ways of writing, Neruda turns a simple request into a message for everyone. His art asks us not just to read, but to feel the power of quiet. In every line, the poem asks us to stop, think, and change. Keeping quiet is even more important now in our fast, noisy world. For students, the pressure to always be busy and productive can be too much. Neruda's poem reminds us that it's very important to step back, be quiet, and just be. This practice of thinking about ourselves leads to knowing ourselves better, making better choices, and feeling better. The poem's call for everyone to be quiet also helps us feel for others and feel united, reminding us that we are all human. Neruda's worry for the environment is very important today, as climate change and harm to nature get worse. Sometimes, the best thing to do is to stop and think about what might happen before we act. Keeping quiet is like a meditation, a simple answer to big problems. It teaches that peace starts inside us, and in quietness, we find clarity and connection. For those facing tough times, this poem offers timeless wisdom. In quiet, we find a more meaningful way to live. By taking its message to heart, we can move through the world with more calm, purpose, and kindness.